Y'all still bills? What's the deal, man? It's hump day, man. Y'all know how it go. We almost to this weekend. We closer to the weekend than we are from it, than we are far away from it, man. So let's get to the weekend festivity. Peace game, man. We gotta get into this shit, man. And that is I want to start talking about this undercard of Bud and Israel Matrimony. I'll leave that fight for last. But first off, I wanna talk about Pitbull Cruz and Rayo Valenzuela, man. I'm not entirely mad at the fight. I think it's a good fight. I don't think much of Pitbull, but then even in retrospect, I'm not really too high on Rayo neither, man. I don't know, man. I see deficiencies in both fighters that the other one can take advantage of, man. I think with Rayo, he opens up entirely too wide to land a shot, and maybe it's just because of his arm span. He's just not tight and compact with his shot select, not shot selection. Yeah, well, yeah, with his shot select, his hooks and everything, he's just really long and loopy. But the kid can crack. The kid can crack, and he's rangy. I have more. Come on, you stupid ass bird. I have more faith in Rayo than I do Cruz. I'm not. I'm just really. I think Cruz has gotten to the point where. Oh my God, Cruz has gotten to the point where he feels like he's made it because he went 12 rounds with Tank when Tank had a broken hand, and I think this dude is just really. I think his mental is diluted as far as his worth and value is concerned, and because of that, he's gotten real Hollywood and just man, he need to go fight somebody, and you know I don't not like he has a what's the word, like he has the pick, like he has like he does, like he has a pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? Like he has his pick of the litter. Like he could just sit back and choose whoever the fuck it is he wants to choose and fight whoever he wants to fight. He's justified because he's already made it, man. I'm not a fan of Cruz, man. But as far as the fight is concerned, both of them have deficiencies that I think that can get the other one the victory, man. I think with Valenzuela, because he opens up so wide on those hooks, Cruz can dip up under those shots and meet him over the top with one of those looping right hands that he likes to throw. Now, I think, you know, Cruz has been in there with the better opposition as far as Tank, Tank is concerned. He's been in there with Tank. I think him fighting Tank, I think that's a really good step in the right direction for him because, you end up with Tank. But I think, people just completely forget that Tank had a broken hand in that fight, so he wasn't able to really put, the extras behind the shots that he was stinging him with. But he was, it was a good fight, but Tank was in there with, one-handed. One of his weapons was muffled. But that experience in itself is still definitely an experience in itself to get in there and fight Tank. Now, when you look at Rayo, the dude's been in there with Chris Colbert and what's the dude De Los Santos. He's been in there with those dudes. I think both of them are better and more complete fighters than Pitbull. And a lot of people feel he was robbed against Chris Colbert in their first fight. But he rectified that in the most savage way you can rectify it in the rematch. I mean, I don't think I don't think Rayo. I think not. Yeah, Rayo. I think Rayo's a good fighter. I do. I don't. I'm not super high on, but I think he's a good fighter. And I honestly think he's going. I think he's going. People want to call this an upset. People will only call it an upset because they just have these. They just feel Pitbull is who more than what he is because he survived 12 rounds with Tank when Tank had a broken hand. I got Rayo winning the fight, bro. I honestly do. I'm working on rolling my R's. I got Rayo winning the fight. I think Rayo is just the better fighter. I think he's the he he's the more naturally gifted fighter as far as dimensions are concerned. He's the rangier fighter. He'll be able to find Pitbull faster than Pitbull will be able to find him. I don't think Pitbull has fought anybody this. So maybe Cabrera, and Cabrera went. He went to the. He went 12 with Cabrera. He did. He won 12 with Cabrera. I think I think I go with Valenzuela in this fight. I think I think it's gonna be he'll come in with the aggression. I don't think he may not wane or nothing like that. I don't think he'll wane. I haven't seen Cruz be afflicted with gas tank issues. I've yet to see that. You dig? He's usually a dude who comes in shape. He's built to go all 12 rounds. I haven't, I've never seen him at the end of the fight breathing with his mouth open, but his attack is pretty predictable. And because he's limited in stature, he only has one way to skin a cat in a fight like this, and that is in all of the fights that he's been in, and that's to come forward. He doesn't have the luxury of taking half steps back off the jab and walking you into backhands. He doesn't have the luxury of doing that. Rayo does. He does because of his limbs are longer, and I think he's the bigger puncher as well. Yeah, I think he's the much bigger puncher, I think he's gonna have Cruz rethinking his strategy on when the times go on the entry. I think he's gonna have Cruz really have his wheels really spinning and force him to step back and re-strategize how he gets in. And that minute he starts thinking, I think that's when Rayo is going to go on the attack, and I think that's going to be his advantage. And I think he's going to start to really punish him when he starts dipping with those uppercuts. When he starts dipping low, trying to negate his jab and his straight right hand. I think he's going to see that. He's going to time it, and he's going to counter him. I could be wrong. I'm not Nostradamus in this motherfucker. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with Rayo in this matchup, man. Like I said, I'm not a believer in pitbull. I'm not a believer in pitbull at all, man. So that's pretty much how I'm feeling about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think, if I'm burnt out or if I'm on to something, man. I'll get with y'all later.